everyone. Welcome to Cloudy Party Tea Time, episode 4, the Powerpuff Explosion. When you think of Powerpuff Girls, you think of sugar, spice, and everything nice, right? And Chemical X. But tonight, we saw a crime against Puffmanity. We've seen something that was so horrible that it's like, oh my God, gouge my eyes out. Or what was Cartoon Network smoking? So today,
like what they were drinking.
Yeah, that too.
So today I have Bamfi.
Hi.
And I.
Hello.
For the Powerpuff Explosion. So we'll begin with the good of the 2014. And I'll say they got all the voice actors back.
Yeah.
That's the good.
That's basically the only good thing about this, I think.
I guess renewed interest in old cartoons, but this might not actually be a good thing.
And they did a Powerpuff Girls marathon last night, the original.
Yeah, that's about the only good thing about this.
And it was the good. The bad, everything.
Every freaking thing. Like, literally, I'm on West Coast time right now, so they watch it in advance. I have it on right now as we're streaming or podcasting or whatever. I can't. I'm literally unable to can. This is just, it's abysmal.
The animation suck.
Oh my God. Like, I understand they're trying to go for, like, a stylistic choice here, but what the fuck, guys?
It basically kind of reminds me of how everyone's now trying to do the whole CGI thing, and it looks really much like a really bad Miku dance thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. And the animation is herky-jerky, as in, it looks like it's stop motion. It's horrible and honestly terrible.
Sweetheart, stop motion is a lot smoother. Look at Coraline. That's stop motion. Look at, other shows.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes, that one. And even, like, some of the really old ones that I can't remember at the moment, but they were still good.
Hell, even Gumby was more fluid than this, okay?
Yeah. But Gumby was stop motion.
Yeah, no,
yes,
exactly.
Even Gumby. Well,
so that was, like, early stop motion.
It's claymation. They're all claymation.
Yeah.
The Powerpuff Girls, however, looks like something that somebody chewed up and spat out. It looks like the Amazing World of Gumball crap.
Let's put it this way. In the episode itself, I'm not really crazy about it. I've only saw part of it, I'm not gonna lie. I watched a few minutes of it and such, just to get a feel, and I just turned it off and went and did actual chores in favor.
Oh my God.
And I was live streaming at the time, so I had to rewatch it. I'm rewatching it now.
Yeah, they're the ones that are going to be torturing themselves. I, however, am not.
Oh, shut up. Rub it in, like, you.
We're doing it for the good of the puffery. The ugly are the character design.
Oh, dear God.
What happened to Bubbles?
I don't even... What happened to Buttercup?
What happened to Blossom?
Basically, what happened to everybody? Like, I don't even know.
Poor, and Miss Bellum's hair is a mess.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Is it worse than I thought?
Yes. It's god awful.
It looks like she licked this light socket?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And the Powerpuff Girls have gotten stupider. No. Blossom.
Yeah.
Poor Blossom. Her intelligence has been dumbed down.
So basically what they did was take people who probably wrote fanfiction for a living and some misogyny and decided to make them heads of this.
And they just flew away after the Mayor's Pickle Jar is on the top shelf. And they say, oh, we can't do it without Bubbles.
What?
Yeah. And they can fly.
You know, in the original series, at least Blossom would have had enough forethought to, get the jar for him. Maybe not undo it, but it would actually get it for him.
Exactly. And now they're sitting around talking in their living room about how to stop Bubbles from playing Dance Dance Revolution.
That
Oh,
actually,
excuse me, Dance Pants Revolution.
who
Same
cares?
difference.
The thing that kills me about it is that this dates the show so badly.
Oh God, I know. Like,
Yeah,
it already feels dated, and it just premiered. I'm like, okay, you guys are doing this wrong.
And then the little bit with the professor going to his lab.
Yeah,
What the heck was that?
hell?
Yeah, I was lucky enough not to see that part, so...
It's basically, they took pretty much every spy movie cliche and put it in there and didn't even bother to make fun of it.
And he was singing his own song, and he was singing his own theme song and doing the sound effects.
Yeah. Like, basically, think Kronk from Emperor's New Groove, except 20
No.
times worse.
Yes.
No.
Well, no, Kronk was actually pretty smart, but yeah.
You know, I kind of now am looking at some of the sneak, quote-unquote, sneak previews, which is basically probably the entire episodes or series, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, no. Oh, God,
Yeah.
what happened to Miss Bell?
And
Jesus
they
Christ.
have a parody of Soul Train called Soul Hayride.
Oh, God, no. They took an iconic show that was help.
No, just... Oh, dear God.
It's horrible. And it only gets worse, folks.
Oh.
This may be the shortest podcast ever because we're all like,
Just
what?
so much no. So much freaking no.
The god awful was the dance battle at the end.
Oh, dear God, really?
The professor, Miss Bellum, and the mayor were dancing against robotic Powerpuff Girls.
No.
Yes.
I'm looking at it right now, actually. Well, just a premiere and sneak preview. And no, from what oh God.
I mean, I thought it would be cool, like, oh, Miss Bellum is in camo. She was wearing camo. But it's like, it's horrible. It's god awful.
And why do they have the professor in that baggy out? Help.
Oh. And they had somebody crunking.
What?
Yeah.
Everything about this is basically, if you took, no offense to our listeners who are this age, but from a perspective point of view here, they basically took what was probably a 14, 16-year-old fanfic who decided to put everything that was going on then into their fanfic and make a TV show.
And the ending with Mojo, I wanted to throw my TV out the window.
Okay, what happened?
Mojo formed the softball team.
Yeah.
And the Powerpuff Girls and everybody he kidnapped were on the team.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. And then they won, and Mojo...
He got arrested.
Yeah, and then he said something about, oh yeah, we're going to meet again next Tuesday, okay? I'm like,
yeah,
this isn't even funny.
Oh my God. Like, a
5-year-old wouldn't even watch this.
You know, no, fuck it. I can't even watch this. Off. I can't do it. I cannot do it.
I'm torturing myself because it's just so hilariously bad.
Not even hilarious. It's just sad because it's really much a cry for help. Really.
And mind you, everyone who's listening, the original creator, wasn't involved in this.
Not his fault. They bought out, I think. Did they buy it out?
No.
Control, wait, let me
take it. I'm going to double check right now because, yeah. So, all of you listeners, do not go to his page and yell at him. It wasn't his fault.
He didn't have nothing to do with this monstrosity of kind of like a very sad middle-aged man trying to be cool, which is Cartoon Network actually right now.
Yeah, it says here, this is the Powerpuff Girls special that marked the first time that series creator Craig McCracken had no input.
So,
oh boy, does it show.
Yeah, it shows a lot because whereas the original Powerpuff Girls, which I used to like as a kid or teenager because that's when it kind of came out, it was actually intelligent and actually smart and it's jokes while they went over the heads of the younger audience. The rest of us got.
Yeah. And Buttercup just spazzed out because she just spazzed out because the monkey is getting kidnapped, and she said monkeys are so cute.
What?
Yeah.
Everything hurts. Nothing is good.
And Mojo just walked into a wreck and got hit with it.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah.
That was only funny when it wasn't intentional.
It was right outside the door.
What?
This isn't even old Disney. You can't get away with that shit.
And the dude, and they just punched this dude downstairs, and he's counting down as he goes down the stairs.
Excuse me for a moment. I have to mute my mic here for a second.
They've done it. They have done it.
They have basically destroyed, well, I won't say destroyed, but they temporarily ruined Powerpuff Girls. And let me say it this way. I am not a fan of Powerpuff Girls Z because, well, no. That's just...
I'd actually rather watch the American version of Z compared to this crap.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I think. Let me put it this way. I would rather watch Sailor Moon S with the kissing cousins than this.
Okay. I'm back.
And, the voice cast, I hope they paid them enough.
I hope.
I pray to God they did.
I really do too. That just... No, Okay.
This way, Adventure Time made more sense and had more emotional width than this shit.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the same. Apparently, the dude who wrote some episodes actually directed and wrote this whole episode, so special.
Seriously, even if they brought Lorna Faust back for this and made her direct it, she could still do a better job than this shit.
And then, here's the funny thing.
Oh, great.
Ringo Starr of the Beatles sung an original song called I Wish I Was a Powerpuff Girl.
I can see him doing that.
And the video is animated, and he's dressed as a Powerpuff Girl.
Okay.
I can see him doing that.
Okay.
Well, dude gotta pay his bills somehow, but yeah.
Personally, I think it would have been funnier if it was Paul McCartney, but that's just me.
Personally, I just would rather they just brought back the original Powerpuff Girls and ignore everything else.
Well, Cartoon Network kind of messed up because Craig McCracken actually didn't want to work with the Cartoon Network after they canceled the one thing he was doing with them, the Cartoon Institute thing.
Okay.
They canceled it, and he just left. It was like forget it. He threw up his hands and just left.
No, I was the same thing. I mean, look at what they're doing. It's ridiculous. I mean, they are trying seriously really, really hard to get the boys back and to get, I don't know, because it's ridiculous of what they're doing right now. Especially, I mean, you could tell they're trying so hard, especially when they brought back the Teen Titans little thing. And they got the original voice actors back for that too. It was funny at first. Yes, the shorts were funny at first as shorts, as things between actual cool episodes. They're not funny on their own. I don't care who disagrees with me. I thought it was pretty much a tragedy in and of itself when that got licensed, but other shorts like Black Lightning and his daughters didn't. That would have made a better show. I'm sorry. It would have. That would have actually a more interesting premise.
Well, you know how Cartoon Network is. They try to go for what's hot. And, people were crying like, oh, we want more Teen Titans. We want more Teen Titans. Now you got it, and they're complaining now again over how much it sucks. Here's the lesson, kids. Listen to me. Kids, you don't complain because you will get crap like Teen Titans Go.
No.
Or 2014.
No, you do complain. That's how they have to listen. The problem is, it's with the executives and it's with those higher ups. The people who are actually working on these things, as far as I've heard from, again, my friend who used to work there temporarily for a short time, and he was working on regular show. And as far as he told me, they're all in these little cubicles. The artists, they're all in their little tiny cubicles. And it is pretty terrible in a way if you're not like a producer or an executive, but just like some little nameless artist copying someone else's style.
I feel terrible.
Yeah,
I really do.
I do.
And honestly, this probably would not have happened if Cartoon Network wouldn't have relocated to Cartoon Network Studios.
Yeah, true.
Where's the studios again? I forgot.
It's in, let me check right now. The only good thing is their store. That's the only good thing, but Cartoon Network Studios. Let me find it. Because
I know where the building is. It's not.
Well, it's not on William Street no more.
Yeah, I would believe that. I would believe that.
They moved it, and it's like, it's horrible. Let's see, Cartoon Network Studios is located in, and for those who live in California, we encourage you to go do this. But it's in Burbank, California.
Why?
Because that's where all the major studios are.
Not really, actually. Some of them are actually coming back to here. But
well, I mean,
their headquarters...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but she's right. Their headquarters is in Burbank, California. However, they also have a branch out where I live.
Gotcha.
So, anyone who lives out where Bambi lives or who lives in California, storm the building. Make them feel horrible for the abomination they released on this planet.
During, when they canceled Young Justice, oh my God, that was a tragedy in and of itself. I saw protesters outside of there.
Oh my God.
No, seriously, people were protesting. They were pissed because the show itself was really good. It actually was the most complex thing we saw for the longest
while.
God, yes. And then they canceled it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting to think this is totally, definitely also a move by WB because they always seem to cancel things after like 2-3 seasons. They just cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, this is all painful because when you think about it, Cartoon Network has canceled Golden Age. It's canceled a lot of its Golden Age stuff. Like everything that was, let's see, I'll even go as far as saying around 95, maybe 96, which is from Dexter's Laboratory all the way to something that is actually interesting. Yes, all the way to the thing that was last interesting when they started introducing real life shows, which was Tower Prep, which was also canceled in 2010. So that means they've canceled quite a bit of shows, including, let's see, what was it? Yeah, The Adventures of Bill and Mandy that everyone remembers. Foster's Imaginary Home for Friends.
Well, that ended on a perfect. It ended perfectly.
Actually, it did.
Yeah.
It did. But remember the Life and Times of Jennifer Lee?
Oh yeah, they canceled that like after how many seasons? One? Yeah, one.
Pretty much. It ran from 05 to 07.
And Atomic Betty too.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
Hey, Samurai Jack.
Oh God,
yeah.
Samurai. Oh my God.
Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, I Am Weasel, Dexter's Lab, What a Cartoon, and of course Powerpuff Girls. Also, other shows too, like Harvey Birdman.
Class 3000.
Yeah.
That one was okay.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
They actually started going down here in 2007 when Out of Jimmy's Head premiered.
Yeah.
with its crappy movie Reanimated, it basically set the bar really low for Cartoon Network when that came out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I gotta admit, some things it. I mean, you can't go wrong with Transformers, of course. Because
Yeah, that was cool.
Hasbro, you can't really go wrong any really bad way there. This actually kind of terrifies me because I'm starting to wonder if they're going to bring back Jim and the holograms.
Oh God! Oh dear God! I heard rumors about that.
Oh
wait, what?
No!
There's been talk of them bringing back Gem and the Holograms, which, for those of you who don't know, was a really, really shitty TV show that was basically trying to push punk rock Barbie, more or less.
Oh, they're trying to outdo Barbie and the Rockers.
Yeah.
Basically, when Hasbro comes out with any cartoons, they're actually really coming out with toys, and the cartoons are supposed to push toys. That's literally why anything got invented. My Little Pony, toys.
Yeah.
Transformers, toys. Jim and the Hologram, toys.
Oh, you haven't seen the new Sabrina the Teenage Witch series, have you?
I stopped watching after a while. I mean,
No, the newer one's horrible.
I can only go with Sabrina so far, but given that Sabrina is actually quite an old series, to be honest.
Yeah, just a little bit.
No, this new cartoon series is horrible. She's supposed to be a witch princess.
What?
Uh-huh.
Are you fucking me?
No, I'm not.
Oh, shit. Why?
And Salem is a spy.
What?
Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, yeah, that could work, but...
The new character designs suck.
I would believe that. Wait a minute, let me look this little thing up. It's what?
It's called Sabrina, Secrets of a Teenage Witch.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I've seen it. It's CGI animated. And Ashley Tisdale is Sabrina.
What? Okay, she's okay. She's okay, in my book anyway. Mostly because I love Phineas and Ferb, but that's an entirely different story.
Yeah, that's okay. But this one, she should have read her contract.
Oh my
better.
God, this looks hideous.
I watched a couple episodes recently, and it made me want to kill myself.
This is terrifying to look at. The style they're going with terrifies me personally. I'm a little bit offended.
Oh God.
And I feel I'm actually thankful that the dude, you guys remember the old TV show Bobby's World, right?
Yeah, I remember Bobby's World. That was a good show.
Howie Mandel, host of Deal or No Deal, he is awesome. But anyways, he was gonna bring back Bobby's World.
Bobby's World.
But he can't. He stopped himself.
Why?
He's not rebooting it because it would have been shown on the Hub network.
Oh yeah, Hub, where everything you love goes to die.
Yes. It's owned by Hasbro, so toys.
Of course, toys.
That's all you need is toys. Toys this, toys that, toys this. I feel bad. We got a good season finale for Bobby's World because he came on Deal or No Deal. That was awesome.
That is kind of cool. But I'm still reeling from some of the stuff that we ended up watching towards the end of Cartoon Network's Golden Age.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Hideously terrible.
It's an abomination against life.
Yes, it is. It really, really is.
And you know what I find really funny?
What?
Some of the stuff they make for Adult Swim is actually better than the crap they make for Cartoon Network.
I know, right?
Except for Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yes, that needs to die. It's horrible.
I will never, ever, no.
I'm not ashamed to admit this. I love Squidbillies. It's funny.
You're alone. So alone.
Yeah, I could never get into that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sleep
I
is
kind of
hilarious.
live in the place where people like to make fun of. Yeah.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. So
And
we're just kind of like, no, bitch, please.
it's
We
another.
smile and tell you how bless your heart.
I can't help it. It's something. It was something else they mentioned. It was something else on there that's actually good too.
Also, one thing that isn't good,
What?
Uncle Grandpa.
Oh my God, no! Ugh.
Whoever came up with that should be shot.
Well, it was on the Cartoon Institute thing when they were gonna do it, and it was supposed to be just a one shot.
Should have.
Cartoon Network picked it up, and yeah.
I think the only thing I think that is worthwhile currently on Cartoon Network is Steven Universe. I'm sorry.
Well, we'll have to get used to it. Get used to Steven Universe because I wouldn't get too comfortable because it may end up getting canceled if Cartoon Network decides, oh, we can't get anything out of this.
Yeah, and if they just continue on their general streak that they're on.
Or if they say, oh, well, too many girls are watching it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they do that a lot, don't they? Too many girls are watching this. We may need to cancel this because girls shouldn't be allowed to enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, I got a friend on Facebook, my friend that I went to high school with. He does amazing Steven Universe fan art. It is amazing.
I believe it. I mean, Steven Universe is the only glimmer of hope in all of this. I'll even go as far as say Steven Universe and Adventure Time are the only glimmers of hope in any of this.
Yeah.
Well, not recently. The recent
Oh. Yeah.
episode tonight was real dumb.
Oh.
Adventure Time has been on a pretty good streak, though, so I'm impressed it took them this long to hit kind of some bad episodes.
Well, the girl who was in charge of the animation, she kind of left.
Yeah, that's true.
With the Steven Universe. She's the one who created Steven Universe, so that's why it's so good.
Sugar?
Yeah, she created Steven Universe.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. There were
some
upcoming in development series that are supposed to be coming out, too.
I can actually look it up right now.
I'm currently looking at the list. It is Rebecca Sugar that came up with Steven Universe. But the upcoming stuff that's supposed to be on Cartoon Network is one that's called Clarice. And I'm like, why?
Wait.
Clarence. There we go. Clarence.
Oh.
And I'm a little terrified.
Oh, and the new Sonic the Hedgehog series.
Oh, no.
I've seen the character designs. Oh my God, I want to kill someone. And I like Sonic. I actually do.
Everyone I know that was from my generation, which encompasses you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, a generation is 20 to 22 years, guys.
Yeah, I know.
But either way, basically, we grew up with Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and it went through some interesting versions that we won't talk about.
Yeah, but I will say, Sonic X was actually real good in Japan. It got to America, and yeah.
And 4Kids got a hold of it.
4Kids got a hold of it,
like
and we got
everything else.
Yep.
Ruins the hell up out of something with its 4 voice actors.
God, I know.
And the new Sonic the Hedgehog series, Knuckles is buffed up.
Oh.
Sonic looks horrible.
Of course he does.
Amy is real skinny. She's really thin.
Does she need to eat? We need to get that girl a sandwich or something?
Sandwich, yes. Tails. Oh, God, Tails, why?
What do they do to Tails?
Okay, I'm looking this up.
Tails doesn't look right.
And this is...
I mean, Sonic Boom. It's called Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom cartoon.
Cartoon Network's doing it.
Oh, God. Cartoon Network, stop.
And you want to bet they won't get the Sega voice actors. You know that. That probably won't happen.
Yeah, the guy that did Sonic originally was Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
I know, don't remind me.
I forgot his name.
Jaleel White.
Yes, him.
What the fuck?
What is going on? I'm confused.
No, I can't. What? Flying fuck.
Told you.
Oh my god.
I mean, Cartoon Network gets a hold of something Lord Jesus Christ, do not let them touch Solar Moon. I will go to
They
Cartoon
can't.
Network firstly.
Remember, they can't do it because they don't have license for it.
Yeah.
No, when they dub it. If they put it on their network, you know it's going to get cut.
We hope to God that the person... I don't know. I don't know anyone who could do Sailor Moon. Because...
Well, I mean, the fact that they actually do have Dead Man Wonderland on Toonami gives me a little bit of hope, but not much.
No.
And there's an interesting article about Sailor Moon. But we'll cover that some other time. It's horrible.
Yeah, we're gonna... Actually, we should cover this later on in the podcast just to give our listeners some hope.
We shall give them hope.
Some kind of hope.
I mean, we've seen what Cartoon Network has done to Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Oh, God. There's no...
Basically, they just want money.
Yeah, they're basically like everything else. Quite honestly, I think the only way Cartoon Network is probably ever going to go back on the right track is if they get rid of their head.
Yeah.
Because that guy, I think, was the same guy that was head of Sci-Fi for a while.
Oh, back when he used to suck.
Yeah, exactly. And so, since he left Sci-Fi and came to Cartoon Network, guess what happened?
Yeah.
So,
And then, you know, Nickelodeon?
Mm-hmm.
Nickelodeon is slowly getting better. Their new series, the Thundermans, it's actually good.
Oh,
I watched one episode. It's called The Thundermans. It's actually about a family of superheroes. It's actually good.
Thundermans. Actually, you know what this sounds like?
Sky High?
Yeah.
No, not just Sky High. You remember there used to be that one movie that happened that had I have to think about this because it was this family of superheroes and they were black superheroes.
Oh yeah, I remember who you're talking about. Yeah.
This is an exact copy off of that, and it was from Disney.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember the name.
I'm looking. Oh, it's called Up, Up and Away.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Up and Away. Up and Away came before the Thurmans. So basically, when you have your TV show about superheroes, family, that's what I'm going to reference to. Up and Away. I forgot who also starred in it. Oh,
Sherman Hemsley?
No, I'm not talking about him. I like him, but I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Robert Townsend. Robert Townsend directed Up and Away. Remember, he's also the same person that directed The Parenthood during the 90s, where it was about him, his family, basically before My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
And then he also directed and financed Meteor Man, which was another superhero themed show.
Yeah, Meteor Man was funny.
I love Meteor Man, I ain't going.
And he did Baps too.
Yeah, he did do Baps. So my thing is, I wish he could come back and give us more shows because, quite honestly, I think he's the only one that can save us now.
Just a thought.
Just a thought. Please come back, Mr. Townsend.
I don't think so.
Why?
Oh, dear.
He's the one who directed Scooby-Doo Music of the Vampire.
Okay, that one wasn't too bad, though.
Yeah, because, I mean, we all had bad days.
Wait, hang on a minute. Isn't that the one that introduced... Oh, God, what are their characters' names?
I did a lot of stuff, to be honest. I mean, Jesus Christ.
It was the movie where they sung.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at some of his other stuff. Oh, wow, he did Soul Food, the TV series?
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna lie, I totally watched Soul Food, the TV series, and the movie.
Nice.
Hey, it was good at the time. And he played in a lot of stuff, actually.
But yeah.
Undercover Bear. That was a good one.
But basically, it's horrible.
But So he needs to come back and just needs to go look at everything and say, screw it, I'm really just going to go and write something actually good.
Yeah, or just rework it from the ground up.
Yeah.
That would be preferable.
Yeah, I would like him to go back to, his days of Meteor Man and Up Away and bring that back.
We have soccer moms, sweetie. Soccer moms will complain and whine and moan and bitch about it.
Because soccer moms don't want to raise their kids.
Yep.
Keep forgetting they don't want to raise their kids. Why do I do that?
And they wonder why so many kids disrespect them. Oh, well, I don't know why my kid is back talking to me. Yeah, sweetheart, here's the thing. Stop putting them in front of a TV.
Get out, get fresh air.
What is air? What is out? I don't know what grass is. It looks disgusting.
I think it's diseased.
Well, considering the way things are going.
And, it's this one group called 1 Million Moms
who
complain about everything.
Well, it's 1 million of them, supposedly, so I guess they all have complaints about different things.
Yeah, about TV shows. And the funny thing is, on their Facebook page, they get trolled badly.
I know, it's wonderful.
It's so hilarious just going to Facebook and reading their comments. It's like, that's funny. That is funny.
Oh, God.
And they don't answer back. They don't answer back.
Nope.
That's because they're trying to take the high road.
And they complain about Glee.
Yeah, of course, because God knows you can't have gays on TV.
Unless they're like the gay best friend.
Basically.
Well, even then.
They'll complain about it, too.
Yep.
And apparently they complained about Macy's having a drag performance.
Of course they did.
During the parade. I mean, come on, drag queens are awesome.
Yeah.
And plus, where do you think Ursula came from?
Yeah, exactly.
Ursula
Ursula's based off of a drag queen.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, guys. Well, wait a minute. These are the same moms that were probably complaining about the castle in the first cover of The Little Mermaid, where one of them was like, oh my God, one of the castle's spires look like a penis. I'm sorry, but little kids, unless you point that shit out, they don't know. They don't care.
These are the same.
Yeah.
These are the same moms who complain about Katy Perry singing on Sesame Street.
Yeah, that's very true.
They probably complained about the Count before his handler died.
And about Elmo's actor being a child molester, or so they say.
Yeah.
Well, he's also gay.
Oh, yeah!
From what I remember, he was also gay, so...
Elmo gay, so yeah. I don't know, people... We get crap on TV because of soccer moms.
Basically, long story short.
This is also why you get the little blurred lines for the butt cheeks, because they think butt cracks are too terrible for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has one, kids. Everyone has one, dear mothers, dear soccer moms, don't you know?
It also kind of destroys a lot of the jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, remember Rugrats? There was that episode where Tommy, Phil, Lil, and Chucky and all of them were going naked.
Well, wasn't Chucky. Chucky didn't do it.
Yeah, Chucky didn't do it, but they were all going naked and stuff, and that was the whole point of the joke.
Yeah.
That kids go through this thing, and it was hilarious.
That was in the 90s, back when, parents did their job and raised their kids and didn't send them in front of TV.
Yeah, well, no, it was also where they could get away with shit, as tells us. Because at that point in time, not everyone actually had a TV or internet or phone.
Yeah, the internet wasn't even a thing at that point.
Oh, the internet was there, but it was
it was around, but
people.
No one used it.
Yeah, it was for rich people.
Rich people used it, or people who actually understood what the hell they were doing.
Yeah.
Or even in school.
Mostly porn. Mostly porn.
And back in the day, when you didn't have child freaking blocks on your computer at school.
Oh, God, those were the days.
Yeah, those were the days. But I gotta admit, my first experience with a computer as a little kid was actually the old one with the black screen and green letters.
Oh yeah, those were so
I
fun.
think, what was they? They were the Condors, maybe? Nah, can't be a Condor. It was like something later. Either way, yeah.
They were great.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, this is offensive. We must censor it. Oh, we must shut down this site.
But admittedly, I cannot help but agree with some things that they are about. Because some people take this shit too far.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I cough? No, seriously, they shut down this site. I'm hearing it all over Tumblr, actually. And it was because, and Hasbro was able to shut down this site because it basically had really bad content and it is as you think. It's horrible. And so they basically got this site shut down because of all the graphicness of it, and basically to protect their audience. I mean, these little kids could be searching for whatever My Little Pony and come up with all this crap. And thanks, bronies, for this shit. Your petty sisters aren't even that. No. Oh, no. Let's just say faith in humanity never restored. Yeah, it's going to be destroyed forever. And this may get us a lot of comments, hate mail, whatever. I don't actually give a shit because some of y'all are kind of racist anyway. Not for real. You ever see? No, here's the thing. I used to look at My Little Pony, human, when people used to humanize them and stuff, and it was okay until you make one of the ponies white. Oh my god. I felt so bad because, like, it's terrible when you have a fandom that their artists have to basically disable their comment section when they make a character that isn't what you think it should be. And it's all into stopping people from basically spamming their artwork with all these racist remarks. It's truly horrendous. I seen it myself. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So all you good bronies, hate sisters out there, if you really want people to have faith in your fandom again, take out your trash. That is that simple. Be the quote-unquote good ones and call out the ones that aren't. You have to, make this place a safe for not just work safe, but also for, the intended audience, which are little girls and boys who are like 8.
At least.
At the very least, they're like 8 years old. I mean, 3-year-olds can actually navigate their way onto the internet. So, do you really want a 3-year-old finding some of this crap that you find?
That would be, no. Just saying.
You know what I'm really surprised at? I pray to God we don't give anyone ideas. There hasn't been any porn of Frozen yet on Tumblr. There is?
There is. Let me put it this way. It's the rule for everything. If it exists, there is porn of it.
Yeah, rule 34, guys.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, I don't know why you're so surprised. I mean, Jesus.
No, not that. I better go I'll make note of this after podcast and pray to God that hasn't happened to something I'm part of right now.
What? Because I'm pretty sure, and I can tell you from experience, there's porn of everything.
Yeah,
everything. Even inanimate objects.
Yep.
I mean, for goodness sakes, people have personified web browsers, and there's probably porn of that somewhere.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Usually probably going to be yaoi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess everything a fanboy and a fangirl touches, it turns to porn. MR3.
Mostly,
Sure.
I think it's everything adults touch. It's usually adults doing that. Adults and horny teenagers.
Basically.
Oh, thank God.
What?
At least fan groups don't do that.
Which fan?
Fan groups don't. It doesn't happen to fan groups, thank goodness.
What fan group are you part of?
Yeah, for real.
No, I mean, if somebody created a fan group for a fandom, at least Rule 34 doesn't apply to them, thank goodness.
I'm trying to
What
understand
groups are you part of?
Never mind.
Are you talking about the maidens?
Yeah, there's no Rule 34 of our group, thank God.
There might be.
There isn't. Ain't nobody that dumb.
Well, they might have and not uploaded it.
Any of the listeners out there who have done Rule 34 of any of the maidens, I will end you.
Oh, this is hilarious. As for
You
mine,
realize that the video just inspired them to go and start trying to do that just to mess with you, right?
I know, right?
Oh, not me. I won't. I'll end them, but yeah, someone else will. I get you'll end them.
Me personally,
Yeah, I think we broke her.
Yeah. It's kind of like how I broke you with Prince Diamond.
Oh, God.
Well, you broke me last week with the whole little, yeah, I'm not saying anything. I don't want to be broken again.
Well, wait a minute. What did I break you with?
I'm not repeating it.
Oh, just repeat it.
It was a lick-a-tongue thing.
Oh, God, that was beautiful.
You broke me.
I love that. That was great.
It wasn't. Anyways, okay, the home topic, the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Third section is, I know because it's kind of like shipping wars, but different. Miss Bellum, Miss Keen, or Sedusa, who would the professor hook up with?
I think Sedusa should take all of them.
Yeah, why not?
Well, I think he should hook up with. Anyways, I think he should hook up with Miss King. That's what I think.
What about you, Lap?
Because
Personally, I've always really liked Miss Bellum, but that's just me. So I kind of fall into the none of the above here.
Wow, that was a short shipping thing. Anyway.
Yeah, because I don't really ship heavily in Powerpuff Girls. Because for me, the professor, actually, I kind of like him as a single dad that just is still little. Mostly because, honestly, they don't it actually goes against stereotype, and it proves a little more that he is very capable of handling and raising 3 little girls who could probably break him, but still. And then you have the ladies who can stand on their own feet too, and they don't take shit. So it's actually kind of perfect the way it is. I mean, I'm not really. And then the only shipping I have ever thought of going to was probably the Rowdy Rough Boys and the Powerpuff. And
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a given anyway.
yeah, I know. But it's kind of like, I kind of want them together, but I don't really care.
Yeah, and also it's kind of more of a case of, again, they're, kindergartners?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just kind of squeaky.
Yeah. Except for that one time when, wait a minute, didn't they all grow up once?
Yeah, it was the last, actually that was the series finale, actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I don't know, it's been a while.
And they grew up, but they were interested in the mob and crime fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that part I wasn't so keen about, because I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, it's still small, stroll, but they're still crime fighters.
Yeah.
Uh,
And, okay. Next is the Powerpuff Girls versus Rowdy Rough Boys. Who was your favorite team?
Oh, God. I loved the Rowdy Rough Boys. Okay. I freaking loved them.
Is it because they're so silly?
Well, that, and also, I'm a little bit biased here on this because, of course, the time that I was watching Powerpuff Girls, I was 6 through 8, basically.
Aww.
So,
Aww.
yeah, shut up. So, basically, all of my friends are guys. So, pretty much I could relate to all of this because I'm like, oh yeah, you guys are acting just like this. Like, I was the one where, while everyone was out playing, like, dolls at recess and stuff, I was playing Pokemon. So...
Well, every little kid played Pokemon.
No, but I mean, like, I was... Like, we would be out, like, literally roughhousing. I would pretend to be Pikachu and just body slam people, pretty much.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I was that girl.
That is made of win right there. That's made of win.
Thanks.
Not using plushies. You actually was the Pokemon. That's awesome.
So, yeah, that's why I kind of sided with the Rowdy Rough Boys there on that one. And also, Buttercup is my favorite for obvious reasons.
Yeah, obvious reasons, huh? What about you, Pi?
Well, it's tied between the Powerpuffs and the Rowdy Roughs. I love the Powerpuffs because, you know, they were epic. They were awesome, and Bubbles was always my favorite for various reasons. Because, honestly, with Bubbles, I was... Shut up! Just because everybody call me that now doesn't mean anything.
I forgot the Bubbles.
Because, you know, as Bubbles, she was the crybaby. She was the girly girl. She played with dolls. She took her stuffed animals with her anywhere she, you know, anytime she had a chance. And she was cute and cuddly. She was my favorite. Then Blossom was also my favorite because she was the smart one. The smart, the bossy, the fact that if she got into a fight, she could hold her own. And honestly, what little girl wouldn't kill to have her hair? And as for Buttercup, she was mean. I didn't like her that much, but now that I watch the Powerpuff Girls again, I'm like, she's cool. As for the Rowdy Roughs, they just have me dying. I'm sorry. They're not all cute and cuddly like, wee, teamwork, yay, hooray. They actually will stab each other in the back if they had the chance. It's proven with how Brick treats Boomer.
Yeah, basically.
It's proven. He abuses him.
Yeah.
Boomer is the butt monkey of the group.
Oh, totally.
And, you know, I can't be the only one who fangirl squeezed when they appeared in Powerpuff Girls Z. I squeezed when they appeared.
I didn't watch Powerpuff Girls Z. I took one look at the episode for like 5-10 minutes and said no. Because
It's actually good.
I think it was because I couldn't really get with the whole professor has basically a miniature of himself. So I was like...
When does it come out?
Ages ago.
Well, the thing about Z was the dude who did Powerpuff Girls actually did like Z, from what I heard.
I don't care what he likes. You seem to think that my opinion hinges on what the author thinks. It doesn't. Oh, that's...
And here's the thing. The character designer was somebody who designed for Sailor Moon.
And?
Just saying.
It still doesn't change the fact that I didn't like it.
I know, I'm just saying. That's why they look so familiar.
It's not that they look familiar. I just didn't care for it because I'm like, why does the professor have a son? Why aren't these girls living with him? Why does this actually have to be necessary that they lived apart? This makes no sense to me. So,
magical girl team rule, you know.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. And that's what kind of killed it for me. I was like, this makes no sense. Why aren't they actually sisters? Why aren't they actually living with him? Who the hell is this kid? Why is he even an important part of this narrative? He is useless, extra. We don't really need him. We could probably keep the dog because everyone needs a mascot.
Magical girl rule, every rule. Oh, every magical girl team must not be related.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it came out in 06 and 07. That's basically when I stopped watching Cartoon Network, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and so, as you can tell, I wasn't watching it then because I was too busy in PGSM.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to. Well, you guys had that luxury. I have a little brother.
Oh.
He watched cartoons on and off. That was the only thing on the TV.
Well, it's not that I didn't watch Cartoon Network during that time period. I did watch it, but I also was more interested in my books and PGSM and things that weren't crappy. I know. I'm a terrible, terrible person at heart.
You're fine.
Oh, dear God, why? But yeah.
But the thing is, for me, I wasn't crazy about that anime version because I always thought that the Powerpuff Girls kind of borrowed sort of an anime-esque look already, and so it's kind of like these other two versions are pretty terrible knockoffs. This is terrible me for saying this, but I just didn't think they were very witty or interesting, to be honest.
No, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So with the original Powerpuff Girls, I really liked it because it was interesting, witty, timeless, and it didn't make me want to punch a wall.
Oh, you mean like the new one tonight?
Yeah, that one. But anyway, as for the Rowdy Rough Boys or the Powerpuff Girls, I can have both, I guess, because I'm not actually attached to either one. So it's kind of like, because I kind of like the Rowdy Rough Boys because they're ridiculous. They're really, really over the top. I gotta be man. And
yeah, they're boys.
No, they're over the top about it though. That's what makes it really amusing because I know I think too deeply about these things and I shouldn't, but I do because I think cartoons and what we see and what we see in our movies, media, and all the other shit is not only just a reflection, but it's an interpretation of how we are as people and what we expect to see or what we don't see and all this other hybrid shit that I should have probably gone to school for. But no, I always thought that the Rowdy Rough Boys over masculine type deal and their whole aversion to ew cooties, which of course was their undoing in the show, was so exaggerated and so kind of silly, but it's also kind of like a social commentary. Yeah, I'm going to go there, aren't I? So just so the listeners know, I have no degrees on social anything. I just observe shit and read a lot of books.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff. And other people's opinions back and forth. So my idea here is that I think the Rowdy Rough Boys and the Powerpuff Girls, when they went head to head, it's kind of like it could be interpreted as sort of a social commentary. Because the way we raise our boys is we raise them with the idea that they have to be masculine. I am covered in blood and this is a good thing, violence and disgusting things, because these are things boys are supposed to like. And we raise our girls thinking, you're soft, delicate, don't do anything that'll make the boys angry. Oh, he's only doing this just to play with you. And it's kind of, how can I say this? It's interesting. There.
I call basically encouraging domestic abuse when a boy pushes you down and pulls your hair and, oh, he likes you.
Yeah, it does. FYI, these are going to be a little trickery. We're just going to leave that there. But,
Yeah.
Basically, the idea with the Rowdy Rough Boys, I will have to rewatch it to actually to actually remember in depth of what it was. Because I only have, like, a recollection of them. But my thing with the Rowdy Rough Boys is that the way, as Pi said, Rick treats Boomer is kind of hideous. It's like saying, it's okay, guys, you can backstab each other and still be quote-unquote friends. But the way we treat the girls is like, no, you gotta be nice to everybody.
Mhm.
And then the solution to defeating the Rowdy Rough Boys is kind of terrible.
Well, it had a rematch, so it's okay.
Well, yeah, but I can't remember what the rematch is. I'm not gonna lie. But the first ending of how to defeat them the first time was for the girls to kiss the boys. And for the boys to be disgusted and go cooties and die. Essentially. And I'm like...
Oh, so they're pushing the whole little stereotype. If a girl touches you, you will get cooties and you will die.
But even though cooties don't really exist, and the most I remember from the whole cootie shit was you get it from toilets, actually. Yeah, I know. I had a really interesting childhood, didn't I?
I'm broken. You broke me again.
What?
Hold it back. I'm trying not to laugh.
Too late for that.
I know. I've broken both of you guys a lot, okay?
I know.
You would think that you guys were kind of like, used to it.
Yeah, and again, I can't really say anything here with the whole cooties thing because I was basically one of the dudes. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like that too. I mean, cooties don't really actually... I don't even remember if cooties even existed as a child because
It wasn't
in my...
It was late 90s thing.
Yeah, but still, I was still a kid at that point in time. I hadn't yet entered middle school. So it's relevant to me. So, but still, the whole idea where instead of actually having the Powerpuff Girls basically defeat them through actual kindness and actually showing them, hey, you don't have to be dicks. But you have them a little sexualized in the sense that Miss Bellum told them to use their assets, I think. Is that what she said?
She said, try to be nice.
Yeah, but the way...
And it was a close-up of her cleavage.
Yeah. And the way that she says it, and the way that it's transpired, it's kind of weird, It's kind of like, girls, use your assets and kiss the boys, and they will explode. But still, it's kind of like, why did we have to resort to this? What was the point of them actually doing that when they could have done something else to show that, hey, why don't we just be friends, be nice, something else, instead of for that fraction of a second, instead of for that little gap of a second of sexualizing them. I'm sorry, they're kindergartners. This kind of bothers me a lot.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect? It's just the whole little movement of girl power thing happened, too.
But this isn't really girl power, really. It's actually more the benefit of the guys, if you think about it.
I don't know what they were thinking when they did the episode. Mind you, this was around the time when the Rowdy Rough Boys were supposed to be just a one-shot character. That's why they exploded.
Yeah, I know.
They brought him back.
Yeah, what happened after they brought him back again? I forgot.
The Rowdy Rough Boys turned into giants, beat the living snot out of the Powerpuff Girls. The Powerpuff Girls figured out the only way they could shrink them and defeat them is to emasculate them.
This kind of is a little uncomfortable if you think about it now.
Yeah, definitely a little bit. It's definitely one of those things, like, you don't think of it as you're growing up, and then when you think about it again later, you're like, oh my.
Yeah, it's horrible. That's why all of a sudden, after Animaniacs, when you're older, you finally get the joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was. It is like that. And the more I think about it, the more I think of how this could have shaped us as kids too. Because, I mean, as you say, because I can't remember, the only way to shrink them back down and to defeat them is to emasculate them. But isn't this a male fear of putting women in power?
Uh-huh.
So, didn't you just kind of, I don't know, realize a lot of your male viewers who are little boys and basically told them that if you have women in power, they're going to emasculate you?
Yeah, emasculation, humiliation.
So it's kind of like you kind of fucked up a generation. Thank you for setting women's libs behind. This is totally a feminist show. Really.
Yep. And it was made by a dude.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate him for doing it. I mean, I don't have any particular feelings towards the dude. I mean, it's a genius show. It's a great parody of all the superhero shows, because that's what it was originally intended to be. A parody.
Yeah.
And I get that. Except that it turned really popular and it became a vehicle in which a lot of kids grew up with and now have interesting thoughts of.
And of course they got toy deals out of it. Remember that?
Yeah, the toy deals.
Yeah.
God, I still got one. I think it was Blossom.
And the whole little thing with McDonald's, that McDonald's deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
But I think one of the episodes, I can't remember the name of the episode, but they had the villain that they had to go against. It was feminist icon.
Femme Fatale.
Yeah.
Right. That was her name.
Yeah. And she actually had some good points, I am not going to lie.
Yeah.
This is the one time the straw man was right. But yeah, enough of me chatting social issues.
Hey, you were good. You're good. You are good.
Yeah, you have your points.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And you guys are the ones that say I look too hard into stuff.
Hey, you're the one who friggin' broke down the host club and analyzed each and every one of them when we were bored.
Yeah, but I wasn't really even in host club fandom. That just makes it even sad.
You just broke them down and analyzed them piece by piece.
Well, it was only because I watched the show and I liked the show itself and I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, that thing.
Ew. You are good at what you do.
Yeah, then again, I'm also the person that's breaking down the Black Moon Clan deal. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And I can't wait for the next Solar Moon explosion. That is going to be a treat.
I really need to get my hands on the second generation re-releases.
Of the manga?
Yeah, because I had the first ones easily. The second because the mangas, the second and the first release over in America and probably in other countries too, they're actually pretty much very close in the ballpark, but the way they use the language is kind of interesting.
Well, actually, the second wave of the manga, Koden Shada Comics, I went to the Panel Anime Expo, and they said they work with Naoko. They actually do work with her, with the translations and everything.
That would actually make sense about some of it, too, then. Because the whole Malphite, Black Moon, this is a whole different train of thought. Away from Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, shit.
Hop on the thought train. Woo-woo, all aboard.
Yeah, we do this all the time. Damn it.
We can't help it.
You never stop me.
It's fun.
You guys never stop me.
Why would we?
Of course not. We enjoy it. Yeah.
I blame you all.
Oh, we love you too.
Yeah. If we didn't, we'd stop you.
Yeah.
That is.
You actually make interesting points.
This is a good point.
I cannot wait until we do the Host Club Symphony now. I cannot wait.
I'm just terrified.
Beautiful. Hey, your character analysis, you know you gotta do them.
Oh, Lord. You know what?
Hey.
There's another thing that I forgot about.
What?
The people that did Teen Titans opening theme.
Puffy Ami Yumi?
Yeah.
Yes. And remember their own cartoons?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Puffy Ami Yumi show, yay.
Yeah.
And it was actually popular enough to get a float balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for 1 year and then it disappeared.
I remember
I know.
that.
But it's also literally, as far as I can tell, the only cartoon in the Cartoon Network Studio series that was produced in a foreign country.
Yeah.
Only one. No one else. I'm kind of like, well.
And the only thing that kind of miffed me
Mhm.
was they had American voice actresses be the characters instead of the girls doing it.
Well, considering
They did know English. They do know English. They speak English, so yeah.
yeah, that was kind of like a little bit disappointing right there.
Because Ami sounded like Starfire.
Well, that's because it's probably not Tara Strong. I think it was
No, not Tara Strong.
No, it's Tara Strong.
Tara, whatever, guys. Tara,
Okay.
I don't care. Screw you.
Potato,
I forgot the girl's name.
I
I forgot the girl's name.
I don't
But
remember.
she's also in Adventure Time. This chick is in everything on Cartoon Network.
Well, yeah, they use the same studio and voice actors.
Over and over again. It's kind of hilarious.
They're just like Funimation. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Funimation, I love you. Don't kill me, but oh well, it is true.
Well, it's kind of like a lot of things. Because there's a lot of voice actors that get reused so many times. I mean, even Toby Proctor, who was Darien, got reused for Final Fantasy.
And he
No,
was
not
Bruce
Final
Wayne.
Fantasy. It was Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Bruce Wayne in the Batman.
Yeah, I kind of like the fact that he came back. But then again, it's also hilarious that the guy that did Red Arrow, Jim, I think he might have done Jim Harper too. But he also, I think his name's Crispian. Crispin. Why can't I never say this guy's?
What's the last name?
I forgot.
Oh.
But he also did anime hentai dub.
Oh dear God.
It was beautiful when people found that out. You can't imagine the dub voiceovers for that one.
Oh,
It was
God.
completely hilarious. It was like cute.
Oh, and for the
What?
record, Starfire's voice actress did not have anything to do with Hi Hi Puffy Yami Yumi.
Are you
Like-
sure? She sounded just like her.
Positive, I just looked. Although,
Oh, let me-
Yumi's voice actress also did Azula, which I find extremely hilarious.
Oh God. Let's see. I don't know. I was looking up something else because I'm curious as hell about stuff.
But yeah, honestly, Cartoon Network messed up tonight.
Oh
Yeah.
And
I can't get over that. Oh, and yeah, the Powerpuff Girls did the moonwalk. Well, Buttercup did the moonwalk when she was fighting Mojo.
I cannot keep face palming like this. Like, it's physically impossible.
it is possible.
I'm unable to.
Comprehend this crazy shit.
It's just we can't process it. I mean, the original series, we can go into that now, was actually charming. It was, the big eyes, big heads,
Yeah, it was
big
cute,
feet,
and they did a good job with the comedy.
and they broke the fourth wall.
All the
Like
time.
they actually noted in one episode when they had to walk, Buttercup actually said these feet were not made for walking.
Yeah.
She actually pointed that out.
No, those feet were definitely not made for walking.
And
No.
they, made fun about their hand, they're not having fingers, about how they could pick things up.
Yeah, I know. These are clever in-jokes that were presented not as jokes, but as jokes. If
Well,
you can
presented,
understand.
and it's sad when a character actually notices the flaw in their design.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the fun part.
Yeah.
It's actually clever. Things that
Very
the
clever.
new TV shows that are coming out are not.
No, they're not. I mean, don't get me wrong. Back in the day when SpongeBob first came out, I can't help it. I love SpongeBob to death.
We're gonna leave
Classic
it alone.
SpongeBob was funny. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Second episode after he got his job at the Krusty Krab. Second episode, reef blower. You didn't need. He did not need to speak. He was playing with a reef blower.
Yeah.
And it was like he didn't need to speak. It was just the background music because it was actually unfinished. That's why. Dude had subtitles when a leaf landed on his yard, and he pointed at it, and the subtitle "You" came up, and he went after it. And then at the end, he blow up the reef blower, and sand is all over the neighborhood except his house and yard, and he go back into his house and slam the door. That's how SpongeBob was awesome. Cartoons nowadays, you don't get that no more.
No. And especially it makes it even worse when some of these people that did work on these cartoons or were helping produce these cartoons and had like some input, maybe, we don't know.
Well, I know Seth MacFarlane did.
Some people, it's like some of these people that were working on them, also they died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seth MacFarlane left Dexter Slab, Johnny Bravo, and Powerpuff Girls, and we get this crap.
Yeah, but I'm not actually that disappointed with Seth MacFarlane, to be honest.
He has his moments.
Yeah.
He can only do certain things. It's kind of like this. It's like as we observed. Some people are really good with like 1 or 2 episodes of writing. Maybe even a season. But if you put them like as the showrunner or the head of whatever cartoon or show you think is going to be a success, and it starts turning out to not, it means that their talent only goes so far.
Yeah, look at Family Guy. It got canceled after 1 season and then came back because people wanted it.
Yeah.
And it just got stupid.
Oh, God.
Whereas,
now it's just a little blob of shit.
Whereas American Dad, I love American Dad.
But
the best episode of the season was Hot Water because it was a musical. And it had CeeLo Green.
So
okay.
Kind of an asshole anyway, but whatever.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, but it's just by the same people, though. So
yeah, the same person, but he actually that was his shining moment to redeem himself for Family Guy, because Family Guy sucked. It sucks now.
Yeah, but that's American Dad. That's totally a different thing.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Family Guy doesn't have any. Well, no, I take that back. The recent Christmas special of Family Guy was pretty touching at first, and then it got real stupid after that.
Of course.
I didn't watch it. Honestly, I stopped watching Family Guy, and I stopped watching Cleveland Brown. I stopped watching basically anything Seth MacFarlane at this point because the jokes aren't funny, and it's kind of offensive and a bit stupid.
It's repetitive.
That's extremely.
Yeah. And then we have Genius. Well, I guess Phineas and Ferb on Disney could be called Genius.
I don't know. I haven't watched any of it.
It's good. It's actually pretty good.
I love Phineas and Ferb most, honestly, for the music, because they keep turning out number after number after number, and I'm impressed.
And they're at the one where they went to Japan.
Oh my God, yeah.
They did that animation shift. It was like awesome.
Yeah, that was really good.
Kind of like how some animes actually do that too. Eh?
I think we lost somebody.
That's Vampy.
My broadcast media teacher in high school, who's the guy who got me into film in the first place, he did an amazing Doofenshmirtz impersonation, and our opening theme, basically, for the show was Best Day Ever.
Oh my God, did he put it on YouTube? I would love to see it.
Yeah, sure. I'll see if I can pull up some episodes from when I was there.
Yay. I can't help it. Honestly, I am a huge fanatic for Phineas and Ferb. I really am.
I'm not because, well, I'm too old to enjoy it.
So am I, but, it's like, it came on, I'm like, I love it to death. It's funny.
I think my reason for I don't really care for it is, I don't know, I just am not crazy about it, to be honest.
Aww.
I guess, for me, the platypus that they have, I kind of...
Harry.
Yeah, I kind of think it's a little blown over because it reminds me extremely much of Secret Squirrel.
Okay, Secret Squirrel was awesome.
Yeah, so I always kind of feel like inwardly I'm kind of like, I'm a little defensive. You're no secret squirrel. I don't really care. You're not Monkey, okay?
Oh yeah, he never did get his own TV show. Monkey didn't.
No,
Oh,
no. I kind of love.
I Am Weasel did, but yeah.
Yeah, I Am Weasel shared its spotlight with our IR.
Cow and Chicken. Yeah. And Cow and Chicken, I'm kind of annoyed, but it was actually the very, very first episode was actually edgy. Before the red guy was called the red guy, he was the devil.
Yeah.
And they actually showed him in hell. So yeah.
That
was edgy.
That's actually kind of what I liked about it, because they're like, kids will get it. But the thing that kills me about old cartoons versus now is also, you remember Ren and Stimpy?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god. Why did they let us watch that? That is the one time I think they actually did the right thing by saying, no, this is not for kids. Because, oh my god. Because I stumbled across a gift set that was from like one of the older episodes. And it had Ren and Stimpy, and Ren is a logger. And he had this belt.
Oh my god!
And he had a saw. And Stimpy had a log on his backside. So
yeah. And then he said, "Aren't you gonna stay and cuddle?" Oh my god! I remember. I actually had that on my Tumblr for about a good month. That was freaking hilarious.
And don't forget when Stimpy farted, his fart became their child somehow.
Yes, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
And of course all the other weird shit was on that show, like Powdered Toast Man.
At least it made leeway for Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah, Rocko's Modern Life got away with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I went back and I was rewatching it recently. I'm like, oh my god.
Welcome to Heck. Heck, isn't it Sisters?
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I cannot believe I found this.
What?
I managed to find some of the earliest episodes that I actually directed back in high school for our broadcast media program, and I found the trailer we did. That was freaking hilarious.
I'm terrified.
No. Like, I think you guys will think it's awesome, because also our professor did a lot of voice acting work, and he did our W, and I'm like, oh my god, this is brilliant. Here.
This is awesome.
Sorry, continue.
No, it's actually great.
We will continue, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But oh my god,
In the 90s, they got away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, especially Blacky the squirrel. Oh my god, she got away with a lot
Oh my
of stuff.
god, yes.
Like when...
Here's anything by Animaniacs got away with so much. Like, if you heard "Good night, folks," then they pissed off.
Good night, everybody.
But when you were a kid, you were just so confused. Like, why are you going good night, everybody? I don't get it. Okay.
And when you get older, it's like, oh.
Well.
Or Tiny Toons. How Tiny Toons got away with a lot of stuff, too.
Tiny Toons was amazing.
See, they don't make cartoons like that no more. You don't got...
No, they don't.
Nope.
You don't got... the newer Tom and Jerry series?
Oh, shit.
They don't get hit by ironing boards anymore. He doesn't get shot. He doesn't get blown up anymore. It goes off screen.
And not to mention... Yeah. Gone on.
You have graphic violence on TV, even though that's what you see regularly on the news.
And cartoon. And then it gets worse, because when they show the old cartoons, they have this dude this white dude come on and he goes, this is from a time period before. I'm like, dude, just show the fucking cartoon. I think they can get it that it's a cartoon, guys. Come on.
Yeah, kids back then were stupid. Now they like, do not do this at home.
Yeah.
Do not try this at home.
That,
oh my God, in a Parappa the Rapper video game,
in
one level, it actually does say, do not try this at home.
I remember
During the whole song.
What? For what?
Parappa the Rapper.
I'm trying to remember. Is this the one with the puppy dog rapper?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, shit, I remember that motherfucker.
Hey, he got his own anime at least.
Yeah.
He got his own anime too.
Oh God, no. Why?
It's good. It's actually pretty good. Parappa the anime is great.
I'm a little terrified. I'm always leery of things that takes one culture and tries to portray it. So it's like,
Okay.
That's awesome.
I think the funniest example of censorship, though, within these things is there's the Fairly Odd Parents movie where they went into the TV and they basically were mimicking Tom and Jerry, except you would constantly have Cosmo and Wanda popping up to cover the more graphic scenes, but the fact that they actually put it in there. It's just like, hey, they don't make these folding ironing boards like they used to anymore. I'm like, oh my God, this is brilliant.
And you know, anime shows actually do have this thing. And I started noticing this because it's terrible I start noticing these things after you watch an anime 10 or 12 times. It's like, shouldn't this have killed said character?
Nothing kills an anime character. What are you talking about?
No. Slice of life anime characters can die. They can.
This takes a lot.
It just takes a heck of a lot. Unless they're a Deus Ex Machinima thing.
Deus Ex Machina?
Yeah. That word, yeah. And slice of life character examples. I can name a bunch of them. But I will go with the one I know. Tamaki Suo. This dude has been beaten. He jumped off of a cliff.
Yeah.
His soul has left his body numerous times. His best friend smacked him in the head when he first met him, okay? You see this pattern? This dude won't die.
That's because he's immortal.
Exactly. He won't die. He defies all logic. He pulls roses from God knows where.
That's because he's Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon's baby.
Basically.
It makes so much sense.
He's that child that we never learned about.
Why are you giving me bad ideas?
Because it's so easy.
I'm in both fandoms. You know what? I'm going to do it. I am going to do this. But anyway, the rule of slice of life anime characters is they get one more chance because of the great will of macrocosm. They get one more chance. You see, the other characters, they don't die anymore. I mean, they don't nearly have near-death experiences. They get brought back.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Are you No. It's just a near-death experience. I'll be fine.
And it's proven in Excel Saga. Excel, the main character is Excel.
Completely a parody show. It is from the get-go. You know it's a parody. It's going to be like that.
Well, she should have died. Well, she did die in the first episode because, she was okay. She didn't have any visible bruises, but the bus that hit her did. It had an imprint of her body.
I am laughing at all pain.
So it's like, yeah, slice of life anime characters, they have the great will of macrocosm unless they're one of those Deus Ex Machina.
There you go. Get in there.
Machina. Yeah, characters.
Why do we say Machina? It could be Machina for all we know.
Like, let's see.
Wait a minute.
Latin doesn't have an SH sound, I don't think. I don't know. I never studied Latin.
Me neither, so it's kind of like, okay, that's it. You know what?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, no.
Wow, I found it. I think.
But you know what? I think that whole...
Okay, the pronunciation is Deus Ex Machina. You're right. I'm looking at the pronunciation guide because it's so hard, and it is indeed Latin, and the whole entire meaning is God from the machine.
Yep.
And there's a plural.
So yeah, we've got a lot of anime characters who milk that for all it's worth. They milk it.
One.
So I'm on to name one. Tama Kisuo to name another. I love you, Tama baby, but
And
yeah, you're one of them.
And technically, yeah, Hamura.
Oh yeah, Hamura. Oh my God, yeah.
She has one. She definitely has a big one. And then, well,
Yosuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho,
Yeah.
even though he was dead, but it came back.
yeah, but that is, and let's not forget Dragon Ball Z.
Every character in Dragon Ball Z.
All of them.
Point. Nobody dies. This is like a drinking game.
Yeah.
Oh, Access Power Hitalia, Feliciano Vargas, Italy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying them in Italy. I love Italy.
I don't
So, yeah.
really care about that show, to be honest. I have had some interesting experiences.
See, I watched it, and then I found a funnier version in a set of comics by Human, Scandinavia and the World.
Yeah, Human is the best. I love
I know.
her. Not only that, her stuff is interesting, and then she has some really cool characters on the side aside from them, like Niles.
Oh yeah, Niles in the game.
Like Niles. Yeah, I know. And also, I'm sorry, she did it better.
Yeah, she did it a lot better.
Oh, and there's one more. Tenchi Masaki from Tenchi Muyo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good God, yes.
Oh, and Keitaro Urashima from Love Hina. He's been smacked around so much he should die, but he doesn't.
It's
and I think
basically...
that's for any harem. Any
harem
anime. Any and all harem anime. Even if it's a so-called reverse harem. Any and all harem animes, it's a given that the main character is immortal.
Haruchan's not immortal.
Who?
Haruhi, she's not immortal. She could die.
No, she is immortal. Her basically get out of jail free card is basically the guys around her that find her conveniently in situations.
Oh my God, you poor host boys. I swear to God, I will never torture you in my fix again this week.
But besides, not to mention, Haruhi also has her freaking... Her personality is kind of like that too, because she does not react the way usual anime heroes act.
Yeah. Which is kind of a saving grace, in my opinion. But
yeah, it is. This is actually what makes her interesting, because she's genre savvy, to be honest.
Yeah, she's completely genre savvy.
Yeah, she is basically that person that's amazing.
Yeah. And the one who will not go, okay, or who will not hesitate to go, you guys are dumbasses.
I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to go over here where I can study.
Yeah.
All 26 episodes, she has done that.
She literally has.
It's like, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah.
She literally has. It's kind of hilarious.
It's wonderful.
I wish there was more animes like that.
Well, there is. Oh my God, there isn't.
Yeah. Nope. Not really, no.
Okay, what's wrong? Okay.
I've watched
the creator
the anime. There's
no...
Is not really.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean...
So...
Really?
So, she is literally the special fairy.
She's the only one that actually doesn't take crap from anyone.
Yeah.
Basically.
In a harem anime.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sucks. Japan needs to get together now.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. But
I will say the creator
What?
who made the series, she did do a series that came out before Twilight that involved a vampire and a werewolf.
Yeah, I remember that.
And a girl.
Yeah.
And it was actually well written. It was actually good.
Well, considering that this primitive of things is not exactly new. It's just how popular they are. I mean, even before Twilight, and probably even before this comic that you're referencing to, I was reading She Who Must Not Be Named now because her work has gone down the shitter.
Eh?
Well, as a kid, teenager. Why do I keep referencing myself as a kid when I was a teenager?
Because you're so adorable.
Now I understand why adults do this all the time when I was a kid. I mean, teenager. Damn it.
Oh, you poor baby.
Shut up. Damn it.
I love you.
Aww.
I love you.
I will fight.
Let me love it to you.
If you guys were here, I would totally fight each and every one of you.
Ooh, so
Look,
fun.
Vampy. Look, Vampy. I loved it to you.
To be honest, I'm just glad you guys aren't making fun of me at this point.
No. This is, when we talk about old stuff, this is totally on me.
And y'all can't get me back. Y'all ain't got nothing on me.
I do. You
Shut
are
up.
completely Anne of Green Gables.
I am not.
You
How dare you?
and completely Usagi. You are so pink and bubbly.
Well,
You are bubbles.
I can't help it.
If we were the Powerpuff Girls, I would be Buttercup, you would be Bubbles, and I would be Blossom.
How the fuck am I Blossom?
I don't know. Shit. Well, okay, fine. Do you want me to be Blossom? I mean, hey, I could rock it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that kind of goes without saying at this point. Because we've established that I'm the violent one.
Well, you're not that violent. You're adorable and cute, and I loved it, you.
With the axe, with the bloody axe behind you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's actually terrifying.
It's scary, but amazing.
Oh, hey, at least we know
now
for a zombie apocalypse, my room is safe. I have weaponry.
Yes, that is true. And I do have a couple of swords in a day.
Well, I have a cast iron frying pan. I have 3 of them. They're counted as melee weapons.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Yeah.
But still,
And make a cool sound when you hit someone.
I actually remembered something.
But,
Hysteria.
Oh, yeah!
I let that sit in for a minute. Hysteria was the other cartoon that was also made by the same people by Animaniacs
And Freakazoid.
and
oh,
Freakazoid,
yeah.
who played and got away with lots of shit.
Yeah.
It was Warner Brothers. They get away with anything. Not what they used to. Now they're just
Kind of
family oriented
Not
because they own
really.
6 Flags.
Not just that. They're kind of, well, they're really lame in some instances because they keep canceling their damn shows.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they have this sort of, I found out they have this sort of, it's a stupid rule, but their series have to last 52 episodes before they can move on to something else.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's kind of crazy because it's like, if it's insanely popular, why don't you do more episodes?
Because they're stupid.
Justice League and Justice League Unlimited were everyone's shit. Everyone watched that shit. It was their show. The same thing with Superman the Avengers, Static Shock, and also with Batman.
And you know what's funny about Static Shock, though?
Static Shock was amazing, and I will always cry over Dwayne McDuffie.
Yeah, I know. But the black dude was the hero, and the white dude was the sidekick.
Duh. This is Dwayne McDuffie. Do I have to go
That's
pull
cool.
up my stuff again about Dwayne McDuffie so you can understand? Do I have to?
No, I just said it was cool. I said it was kind of cool.
But here's the thing, Static. There's a history here that you don't know, and I have to educate you. And because of my driving need to steal information a lot.
Oh, you share information all the time.
Yeah, I know. I don't really actually need permission, do I?
No, you don't.
No, you're starting to rub off on me because I do it too.
Yeah, this is wonderful. But here's the thing, Dwayne McDuffie. Okay, he is known for creating the animated series of Static Shock. But this goes beyond Static Shock because he's created a lot of shit. It's like amazing. Even though he did do What's New Scooby-Doo, we'll overlook
Oh
that.
my God, he never did.
He did. He actually did he actually wrote for What's New Scooby-Doo, but I'm pretty sure you could tell the difference between his episodes from everyone else's because his actually have, emotional depth and makes sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, but here's the thing. Static came from Milestone. Milestone was a comic book company, as I said, in probably one of these other podcasts a long time ago.
I think so.
Yeah, I did.
The very first one.
Yeah, but I'm going to go into it again because I haven't told you everything. Because it was founded in 1993. This is the time where everything was starting to include more of a diverse cast and stuff. So this was a perfect time for Milestone. But it was called Milestone Media, and it was created by Dwayne McDuffie and his partner, Dennis Cowan. Even though we don't talk about Cowan a lot, they were both the main writers of this thing. There are two of them. They're two of the four. And because they believed that minorities were pretty much underrepresented, they decided to make their own comic book line to lead that. And what happened is, aside from them getting together and creating this, it was kind of like an underground movement at first, until it really popped up on the scene. Of course, it kind of got bought out by DC in '97, and that's where you see Static showing up in DC's line. There's a whole entire plot line as to how that occurred. And then this also lends to Justice League Unlimited, or the end of the first season of Justice League, when they started the Watchtower and were opening up more members. And
he did appear in one episode. I remember.
Well, it wasn't just him. It was also little-known characters that we didn't learn about until much later in Young Justice, Icon and Rocket. Icon also appeared in the Justice League episode where they were welcoming new members to their group. He didn't have a speaking part, and you could just kind of sort of see him, but he was there. And this is all part of one of the events that I learned not only from my friend, but also from a little bit of researching, that there was an event that collided the world of the Codeverse with DC. And this is because DC bought Milestone. So, in this universe, their dimensions basically combined until people basically within it, except for Superman and Icon, thought this is how it was all along. Only Superman and Icon know that the world is different. It was a huge thing. Yeah, but anyway, Dwayne McDuffie and Static. Dwayne McDuffie is amazing because not only did he do Static, you know what else he did?
What?
He did, his writing credits include Teen Titans, and also Ben 10 Alien Force.
Oh, yeah, you told me that last podcast.
And he did a few episodes of Ben 10 Ultimate before he died. Yeah. I forgot to mention that, right? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. He also did Ben 10 Omniverse, too. Like 2 episodes there. Yeah,
man,
he did the first 2 episodes. After that, he was gone because, he died.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he died. So it's kind of like...
Why did the good die young?
Yeah, he was only 49.
Yep, that's young. The good die young.
Yeah, seriously, because he had some... Because imagine if he had lived. I mean, think about all the work he could have done.
Yeah, really.
I mean...
Everyone had its crap like it is on TV right now.
Jesus Christ, now. Because, I mean, not only did he have all this other stuff, because now this has turned into a Dwayne McDuffie appreciation podcast.
Hey, I can change the title of the podcast. I haven't put it up yet. I can change it.
Oh, God. Here's the thing that kills me about it is, he is the only person that, when he used to work for Marvel, he was the only person that was bright enough to think, wait a minute, who the fuck comes in and cleans up after these fuckers destroy everything? He created a comic line. Let me see. It was him, Yeah, him and this guy named Ernie Holden. They both created this comic line in Marvel called Damage Control, and it's a fictional construction company that appeared in Marvel Comics, which specialized in repairing the property damage caused by conflicts between superheroes and supervillains. And it's a limited series, which is kind of sad because I wish they would redo this and do it well and not bad. But they had some interesting people on their roster.
Oh boy, I can imagine.
Guess what at least two of theirs were.
I don't know.
Ant-Man and Hercules.
Oh gosh.
Wait, they were part of Damage Control and they cleaned up after the superhero?
Yeah, that's basically what they were supposed to be doing. That is basically what they did, and it's pretty hilarious because this is all taking place in the 80s, actually. And
oh boy.
yeah, it appeared in 1989, so you could tell this is one of his more earlier works. And so Damage Control was kind of hilarious in a way.
Sounds like it.
It is. I wish there was a movie, but I think there was. Let's see, Damage Control, the movie, the confrontation between Kingpin. Oh no, that's not an actual movie. That's actually a book.
Damage Control. Well, explain. Well, maybe. Well, no. Well, yeah. Wait a minute. No, actually. Okay, now I got a headache. Who cleaned up after the people in Japan when they get into a huge fight?
Oh God.
No one.
Yeah.
Japan is immortal. What are you talking about? Japan is immortal. It rebuilds itself.
Well, no, it's Sailor Moon. The Starlight Tower kind of stayed down. Tokyo Tower got destroyed a lot.
Well, considering it's Sailor Moon, it came back.
Yeah. It got revived along with everyone else.
Yeah, basically just let Usagi cry a tear or something. It'll come back.
Oh my gosh, her tears cure cancer. Yay.
Don't worry, Claire's tears... Oh, wait a minute, I shouldn't be crossing genres like that.
Oh, go ahead.
No, because this is Doctor Who, and I know I is like, no.
No, go for it. I don't care.
I know my joke was that Claire's tears move people and is magic like Phoenix down.
Good point. I will give you that.
See? You got that.
You know what else I wonder?
What?
All these magical girls in the world are stationed in one city. All these animes are in Tokyo, right?
For the most part.
Don't you ever wonder if any of the characters from different animes actually witnessed some of the stuff, some of the crap that went down?
Well, let's see. Pretty Cure does this.
What?
Remember, Pretty Cure has their own little crossovers in every movie.
Well, yeah, I know that. But I'm just saying, these other magical girls, I mean, wouldn't it get real crowded real fast? Wouldn't it be a huge magical girl turf war going on?
No, because they're magical girls.
Unless they're going Madoka Magica here, in which case...
Yeah, Madoka Magica would be like... Let's kill you.
Yeah,
you're a witch.
Bitch, get out of my way.
Well, no, I take that back. Puni Poemi actually did do something like that, the Magical Girl Turf War, even though it's one magical girl who killed them all.
Who?
Puni Poemi. It's a parody, but it's actually cool, because there's a girl in Puni Poemi.
I sort of watched it, but I don't.
It's hilarious. But in the beginning of the series, Poemi, who is this magical girl, she killed off every single magical girl there was. She decapitated Sailor Moon. She decapitated her with a kick. She friggin' clotheslined Utena.
Oh my god, Utena. Oh, I love
she
her.
beat Sakura with her own wand.
Oh god, poor Sakura.
And then the first magical girl, Sally the Witch, got knocked off her broom because she sharpshooted her.
Oh my god.
Basically, she killed them all.
Like
that was as close of a turf war we could get to.
Sounds like freaking River Tam beats up everyone.
Pretty much, like.
But it was cool, because the way they did the animation for the beginning, it was red and stuff, and like it was all red, and there was like magical girls from all over the world make the world go round, but there can only be one. That's how the intro began.
Oh, wow.
And it showed it showed a really fast beating beginning, and it zoomed in. It showed Sailor Moon first, and she got decapitated.
That's what it is. Zach Spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to remember. I'm like, oh, it's like Zach Spell.
So Sailor Moon didn't have her magical plot device to save her life.
I'm not that sad.
Decapitated. She didn't act fast enough.
I'm not that sad about it.
Well, she was in the front. The others were in the back had weapons. They actually had weapons. She didn't have nothing.
Yeah, because anime Sailor Moon is so, we can be all friends. Just let me cry my tears and give you an inspirational speech that I learned from my boyfriend.
Yeah, that didn't help her. She got decapitated. And her pigtail spun around when her head flew off.
That's hilarious.
Again, Fury would be thankful. Because now he can go and steal her man. On my way to steal your man.
I bet you he was laughing on his flying magical flower rock when he saw that.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah.
And I bet you all the villains in the afterlife were ticked off because they wanted to be the ones to kill her.
Yeah, it was like, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah, I know Barrel's like, why did you guys think of this shit? What the fuck?
I don't know how she did it. She just did a roundhouse kick and her head went flying.
Well, if you have enough speed and power behind that kick, anything can happen.
Indeed.
I mean, she killed Sakura. She beat her to death with the wand.
Oh, Sakura.
She took it from her. She was flying around on it. She knocked her off of it and beat her with it.
Nice.
Poor Sakura. I loved her, though. It's kind of terrible, because Sakura's like the only magical girl in the group that was, one, a little kid, and two, if you take away her wand, she really just can't do anything, so you should just leave her alone.
Yeah. She got beaten. And then, it was about a 10-minute sword battle with Poemi and Utena. They was up on the high ledge fighting. That was beautiful.
Utena went down fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. She actually sliced Utena in the stomach, and Utena fell to the face first. Well, she fell off the ledge.
Ouch.
And you did hear her scream when she fell off the ledge, but yeah. And, it was all up to the witch girl. The cute little magical girl on the broom. She got knocked off of it.
Poor Sally. Because Sally the Witch's issues were mostly, she was trying to live with humanity and wasn't actually fighting evil. She's basically Bewitch anime.
Yeah.
Which is who she was based off of anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say.
She kind of shouldn't have been involved in that fight, but, know.
But I feel like she kind of got dragged into it.
Yeah, there's a feeling she got dragged into it by the other ones. Maybe they like.
I bet you they drew straws to see who will be on the front line.
Probably.
And Sailor Moon got screwed there.
I'd
rather knowing her, she probably just ran out like, hey, let's be friends. Bam.
Oh god, yeah, because I'm sorry, Sailor Moon has got to have the worst instincts to live ever.
Oh my god, I know.
That look of pure terror on her face when they zoomed in and she got kicked. It was like, yeah, you should have ducked or did something.
Yeah, but then again, Sailor Moon has always been kind of the worst fighter, or rather, her fighting varies depending on the need of the episode.
Yeah, basically.
Sometimes
she's kind of shit.
Yeah.
Still, I feel bad for her. I mean, she got decapitated. Utena went down fighting. I love Utena went down fighting.
Yeah, because that is actually very in character for her. Because Utena, basically, her entire anime is about fighting and is very existential and all that other cute stuff.
Hey, I just finally started watching it.
Oh yeah, and the maid chick from Maho Chromatic was fighting her too. I forgot.
I have no idea who she is, but I guess I'll watch it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was every magical girl in it during this time period. Basically, were fighting her.
What's this thing called again?
Pony me.
Puni? Like Pun?
No, okay, I spell it for you. It's PUNIPUNIPOMEMY. It's a parody, but that first fight in the beginning of the series was epic. It was just epic. The epic magical girl fight.
You're just gonna have to spell it out for me somewhere, and
I
I will
will.
copy it somewhere else. But no, I was looking at a list of like stuff I was watching.
Yeah.
I can't remember anymore. It's all gone.
You know what? We should do this. We should write a magical girl. We should just write a fanfic, because we are all in different fandoms. We could just write a fanfic detailing the fact that everyone lives in Tokyo and the fact that a lot of crap happened. And
No.
I think they would notice this.
No. Here's the thing. We should do that about New York.
Oh my god.
Damn it, New York! Why are
yeah.
you always attacked?
Right.
Well, yeah, New York too. I
It's
forgot.
always New York. It's
Always.
sometimes LA, but it's mostly New York. It's never anywhere else. There's only New York and maybe Washington, D.C.
Well, in Iron Man, Virginia got attacked.
Yeah, but
No, Tennessee, not Virginia. My bad.
wow, they went so south, really. Like, we're totally hit town. Not. But still, it's kind of like, what? Oh, magical polka. Oh,
It's
now I
just-
remember.
It's just, how should I say it? Big cities get attacked. You
See?
just get attacked.
All we have to do is just make up a big city that gets attacked regularly.
It's just have everyone just go about their business, shaking their heads at how every day gets attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is actually kind of how it is in like superhero movies. It's like this place gets attacked so many damn times, and everyone just goes. Actually, I think I wrote like a paragraph about this where this woman is just an ordinary citizen, and she lives in a superhero city, and she's like, God damn it. They just destroyed that building again. Now I gotta wait until they rebuild it. Is our insurance going to cover this?
And you know what happens in the big city, never the suburbs.
No, it's almost really never suburbs, or it's in some rural, quote-unquote, foreign country in the middle of God knows where.
It's horrible.
It is. It's like you guys just take everything and try, but no.
But I don't think the only reason people don't remember monsters attacks in Japan is because someone wipes their memories.
Yeah, I
That is
actually
funny.
believe that. You know, here's the sad thing. I kind of would believe that. I mean, come on, think about it. Chibayusha has her Luna P ball, and the Luna P ball basically can do that. I mean, she integrated herself into Usagi's family, and they don't remember her not being there. They can't. I mean, has anyone ever walked up to them and asked, okay, if she's your cousin, who is her mom?
Yeah, exactly.
How is she related to you? How is she your cousin?
Holy crap, you're right!
Because the thing is, here's the thing with Chibiusha. I commend her on how she did that, but she didn't think further than that.
Nope.
And same thing with Chibi.
Chibi, yeah, same thing. Except here's the difference between Chibiusha and Chibi. Chibi actually has an adult brain. She should have been able to figure this shit out, but no. Doesn't think. But then again, Chibi did one better. She said she was the little sister who's 3 years old.
Yeah.
So that's actually a little bit better than what Chibiusha did, because hers leave no room to doubt that, hey, I'm a little sister. I actually kind of look like my family. Sort of. Except for the red hair. But the blue eyes is kind of common in the kids. Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Because when we look at Sailor Moon's family, it's a little weird. I mean, the mom has purple hair and brown eyes. The dad has black hair, brown eyes, which I think is like a default for all the dads of the Sailor Senshi. And yeah, even Mamoru, actually. Even Mamoru's dad is like that, because he also has black glasses and dark hair. and
Typical Japanese.
And as for the kids, Shingo's a little weird, I gotta say. 'Cause look at him and Usagi. They're both blonde. He's a dirty, dark blonde. But he has, like, blue-green eyes, and she has blue eyes. And it's kind of like, what happened?
I just, honestly...
The gene pool is just messed up, man.
It's
They're
Japanese anime where, like, it doesn't... They never go along, well, almost never go along with actual familial hair and eye colors.
Tokyo Mew Mew did. Tokyo Mew Mew did.
I know, that's why I said almost never.
But you know what? No, not just Tokyo Mew Mew. Wedding Peach did that too.
Oh, yeah. Wedding Peach, I forgot.
Yeah, because remember, the main character, Momoko, and her mom look similar. Look, Hey, they actually look like mother and daughter.
God, it's the end of the world.
I know. Because as much as everyone says that Usagi and, like, that Princess Serenity and her mom look alike, I'm like, no, they don't. No, they don't. But I gotta...
Well, there is an explanation of Chibiusa's pink hair that a friend of mine on VA, Techno Pop Tart, she was awesome for this. The way she did it. It was, they said Usagi cheated on Mamoru with Rubius.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, here's another one. It's actually that Usagi... No, I saw this. This was actually a picture. Where, it's actually that Chibiusa is the daughter of Kuri and Rubius, and here comes Neo Queen. She's chubby, and she's drunk, and she's like, I don't know why my husband thinks I'm pregnant, but I'm gonna eat your baby. I'm just...
Oh, yeah!
Oh, that killed me.
Oh, yeah! That's actually on the
perfect.
I gotta find that again. I had it saved.
That was actually perfect, you know?
It makes sense.
It was literally perfect. I was like, you know, that makes more sense because Kuri looks almost exactly like Chibiusa, except older. She looks exactly like this girl. She might as well be this girl's sister. I'm starting to wonder, is this like a running theme that one of the soldiers in your group has to look like you?
I have no idea.
I guess so.
Well, I'm pretty sure they kind of do that. Every pink one almost looks the same.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. With Sailor Moon, technically the queen and princess don't or usually aren't. At least that's what's gathering from the background info a bit. We're assuming. And so the thing is, you keep looking at the guardians and their princess, and you're kind of like, why does at least one of them look like? Guys? Mamoru?
Hello?
Is there a special reason for this game?
Oh, maybe he did. Let me shut up. I would so do this, but I don't feel like it tonight.
Okay.
Oh, so basically you're going to make the theory of Mamoru cheated on Usagi and had a baby with Venus, and Kuri is Venus's mom.
No, I was actually just going to crack a joke.
Oh.
I'm leaving it alone. I'm just leaving it alone.
This may be a good idea.
I am just leaving it alone. I withdraw my joke.
Yeah, I keep speaking too much, don't I?
No, it's fine. You're actually really smart.
No. Anyway, what about you guys? Any thoughts on the why? As we have now passed the whole Powerpuff Girl and went into everything else.
This was interesting.
I got nothing.
Well, then again, we kind of did promise our listeners that we would cheer them up with Sailor Moon talk.
Yeah. Because of how much they were probably traumatized by the Powerpuff Girl.
Oh, God, are we traumatized forever by this shit?
Yes. I would go into the whole thing about Disney introducing their first little Lolicon character that was apparently... Lolicon character.
No.
Vanellope.
Who?
Oh, from Wreck-It Ralph.
From Wreck-It Ralph. Vanellope. She's actually a Lolicon.
What?
There's a lot of fan art on DA. Grown men love Vanellope. I mean, I know one person who
Penelope?
doesn't, one of my friends who like her, but he's not obsessed with her, unlike some guys on DA.
Wait a minute, Penelope?
Vanellope.
Like vanilla.
Vanellope?
Yeah. Mhm.
Ow, this hurts my head a little bit.
I mean, she is an adorable character. She is adorable, but grown men. What the heck?
Well, come on. Think about anime and what the biggest favorite in there is, aside from the Moe girl, the Snandra, and the Yander.
The lolicon. Ugh.
Yeah, but Lolly also has its counterpart.
The Shotokan, yeah, Shota.
Yeah. Both of these make me uncomfortable a lot.
Mhm. And yet DA is crawling with it. Ugh.
Just like Molestia.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Molestia. Princess Molestia. It's a brony invention.
Oh, dear God.
You didn't know?
Apparently not.
Oops.
I think we broke her again.
I think that's horrible. But you didn't know? I thought you
No.
I was talking about it earlier, and I thought you knew. I mean, I thought your, the dude that you knew that was a brony would have mentioned it. She's,
No, he's not stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I mentioned the whole brony thing with them having that site shut down because of this fan-made character. It's basically Celestia. Well, not Celestia, but, crap. I forgot her name. The white
Luna?
pony that's of the day. Not Luna. I know who Luna is. You can't forget Luna because I mixed it up with the cat. But it's, what's her name? It's Celestia?
Rarity?
No, Celestia, I think.
I don't know.
She's a white
Anyway.
pony. She's like their creator god.
Okay, yeah, Celestia.
Yeah, Molestia is basically Celestia. Molesting people. Molesting ponies.
I just looked it up.
Why did you
Ew.
do that? I'm trying.
I was curious.
Oh my god, this is what curiosity does to you, don't you know? Well, you deserve it. You look.
Dear God, why?
Why? Remember, don't look it up.
I'm curious.
Oh god. Go ahead, look it up.
Tumblr's dedicated to it.
Yeah, I know. And
Why? What is wrong with these bronies?
A lot of things.
what is wrong with the Pegasisters that defend these types of bronies?
Oh God, and I'm dating a brony.
Oh shit. I just realized something terrible.
What?
Well, not terrible, I guess, for but it has to do with Disney. Frozen, the rumor is that Frozen might be getting a sequel.
Oh yeah.
Frozen's already getting a
Broadway
Broadway show.
I know that, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, this is kind of terrible because Disney's track with sequels isn't that great.
No.
It is
It would be
not.
wonderful if they were able to change it, but...
It'd be wonderful if they actually can tell a story, but...
I hope he doesn't get a sequel.
I'm hoping it
Yeah,
doesn't.
it was fine as is, but you know how
It is Disney.
Yeah, exactly.
Disney will milk this tit until it's breathing dust.
Ouch.
Well, it's good. Well, it's a good analogy.
But still, jeez.
It's an analogy. It's a correct analogy, actually.
Oh God, why?
Yeah, Disney, you disappoint me in everything in life.
It's horrible.
I'm just disappointed in life about it.
Well, My Little Pony breeded some stuff. There's even on Twitter too.
Yeah, but like I told you earlier, they closed down a website dedicated to Molestia, and it pissed off a lot of bronies. I'm like, oh, I'm actually
Serves them right.
Yeah, because, I mean, little kids are on this shit, man. What the fuck? like, what? But anyway, back to what we were talking about, which was Sailor Moon. Yeah. No, we were talking about making up a magical girl thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our own little city that's always attacked. This poor city.
I can ask Sam to help us. Sammy's great at that.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
Sammy creates
Hey.
a lot of things.
Hey, you made a whole kingdom.
Hey, by myself I made a couple of planets, but we're not going to talk about those.
Yeah, we could do that. That would be a fun thing to do.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
sensing
put that
old
under...
shame here.
Ooh, let's put that under our cap for now. Anyway, back to conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have, like, seriously no thick recommendations. I just have
Me neither.
shows. Yeah. I only know about TV shows. I have a lot of TV shows. I watch a lot of stuff. As you can tell, I read and watch a lot of things.
If you guys want, I can do general book recommendations.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Okay. What genre?
Any.
Whatever you think is important.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since we're
As
on...
long as it's not Twilight.
Why the fuck would I recommend that?
I don't know, as a joke.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you guys, it's like the best book ever, so, like, totally go out and, like, get it. I'm sorry, I had to. Okay.
I am done with you.
Okay, all joking aside, since we're on, like, the whole magical girl kick anyway, hands down, my favorite young adult fantasy writer is Tamora Pierce. She has a ton of books under her belt. She mostly does medieval-based fantasy. Her first series that she did is the Lioness Quartet, which is great, as it's a great way it establishes the world of Tortle and everything. But hands down, my favorite series from her is the Becca Cooper trilogy. It's really well written. It's a big-ass freaking book. I love that it's from first-person point of view, and it's told like a journal, which is really, really cool. And it's a really interesting way of kind of showing this world that's been well established throughout all of her series, but set like 200 years in the past. So yeah, that's my magical girl recommendation, basically. Although it's not really a magical girl, but kind of is. It's complicated. And then my recommendation for crime novel series, actually going completely opposite direction here, is Jeffrey Deaver. Holy hell, this guy can write, and he keeps turning out like book after book after book. He's a brilliant crime novelist. You never know where the hell his stories are going. They're always really interestingly told, because it's constantly switching point of views. And just kind of like watching everything kind of get woven together. The first book of his that I'd recommend that kind of was his initial claim to fame before he kept consistently getting on the New York Times bestseller list is, it's called The Bone Collector. There is a movie version of it with Angelina Jolie and Denzel Washington. It is crap. Don't watch it.
Hey, if you watch it only for Denzel, that's good for you.
True. But yeah, it's a total clusterfuck compared to the book. So, highly recommend the book series here. I am so glad he never gave the rights to any of his other stories. And also, he has been recently charged with revamping the James Bond series. So he's now writing some of the newer James Bond books. He was recommended by the Ian Fleming Society, which is a big deal. And that book is called Carte Blanche. Very well written. It's definitely kind of more of a darker and edgier Bond versus kind of like the light and fluffy, jokey Sean Connery version.
Thank you on the coach.
Yeah. Like, it's still definitely very tongue-in-cheek, the sense of humor, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So, yeah, that's my recommendation.
Yay.
What about you, Kai? Anything?
Crickets chirping.
You good? So I guess the podcast ended tonight, real.
Hey, I didn't finish.
Oh,
Jeez, I was just saying, did you have any recommendations?
me?
do.
No, I don't have any. Surprisingly enough,
Oh,
I've been doing fairies all day.
oh, that's right. You and fairies. Damn thing. Me, I have so many. If it's like books and TV shows, anime, this is gonna. I won't take forever. There you go. That's what you're gonna find. I will not take forever. Okay. Now, if I'm going to go with books, I will go in an order of none. Okay.
You recommended all of them that during the very first podcast.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No,
Oh.
I have a ton of books and movies and, good God, so much anime.
Oh, God.
Okay. So, my recommendations for things to either watch or read. My first thing is I'm going to go back in time. We're going to go back in time, and I'm going to tell you the books that you should have gotten, that you can now find online maybe for free, but having the physical books is kind of cool, and I think they're getting a reprint, but here it is. Animorphs. Motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yes. Now, it did have a TV show release, but Kay Applegate herself was kind of like, I actually didn't want a TV show, so I'm going to make one of the aliens so complicated that it's going to flop anyway. No, but really, she actually wanted it to be a cartoon. For it to be live action, it was kind of stupid. In her opinion. But no, Animorphs has everything, almost. One, it has kids. We don't know the exact age of these kids, but we do know they're relatively young. And at the time when I read them, I read it as they were my age, which was like 11 or 12. And the book series, even though a lot of it was ghostwritten because Applegate had other obligations, but she basically made sure that these books weren't used as propaganda. Like, one of them, a person who was against, like, eating meat and stuff like that, she tried to do this whole vegan thing, and then Applegate got wind of this and rewrote the ending, which was amazing. Show you to take my damn characters. But no. But the books are amazing because they take these 5 kids and they give them this incredible power, but it has its own limits, and they charge them with basically trying to stop Earth's enslavement to these slug-like creatures called the Yeerks. And the Yeerks take over people's bodies, and these people are called controllers. So you have these kids who cannot tell you their identity, and it all reads in first person. Every single book is first person from different point of views. Like, the first book is from the point of view of the leader, of the reluctant leader at that, who is Jake. And then you have Rachel, who is revealed later on to be his cousin. Yeah, I didn't really spoil anything for you. And you have Cassie, who is the friend of Rachel. And you have Marco, who is Jake's friend. And you have Tobias, who is kind of like this loner kid that tags along. And so you throw these kids in this adventure, and it goes through all of these amazing themes. And not only is your main cast extremely diverse, because both Rachel and Jake are white, and then you have both Rachel, Jake, and Tobias are white. And you have Cassie and Marco, who are black and Latino. There you go. Sorry. Or Hispanic, however you wish to read this. And they're each given these personalities that aren't stereotypical. it's really, really interesting. And I love how each of the girls aren't catty, and they have their own motivation. And then the guys, they're just like, ah, and I'm like, just like, ah, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, but Animorphs is definitely one for you because you will get attached to the characters and you will love the themes because it goes through because it drags the kids from the black and white morality to the gray. And then it gets interesting from there because you get to see all the different themes of what war does, how they conduct war, what sacrifices are you willing to make, is it worth it to do this, and can you still be human at the end of it? So, if you're looking for somewhat complex themes and an easy read, Animorphs is like that. You can totally read it. It even has supplement books like Megamorphs and some of the Choose Your Own Adventure. It has 2 Choose Your Own Adventure books, and yeah, it's it even has a book that another character narrates later on that is also important to the plot. So yeah, you'll love Animorphs. And another book series I would recommend by the same author that she ended up writing again is Everworld. And Everworld is for the adult audience, the young adult, older 18, like 17 and up, or 16 and up, I guess, older teens to adult audience. And it basically takes these 4 kids who have some weird relations to each other, and they get dragged into another world called Everworld while chasing this girl named Sienna, who has a connection to all 4 of them. And you get introduced to, and in this book, is just like Animorphs. Each kid narrates a book. Even Sienna gets a book. And so, even though it's shorter than Animorphs, it has interesting themes in it as well because there's a lot of struggling and adapting and trying to change your way of thinking while you're working with this and how everything is not as it seems. And the girls actually also have their own motivations. The guys have their own issues they need to work the hell out. And again, you have sort of a diverse cast with this too. Like David is introduced and he's I think Jewish, and then you have Christopher, he's white, you got Jalil who's black, and you got April who is actually who is actually white, and she is actually a very devout I think Christian in her book. And then you have Sienna who is her sister and she's a witch. And then you have all these mythological gods and stuff in this stuff. So it's kind of like, wow. But yeah, so you kind of get a feel about each of these characters and how they go about things and how they each cope with this crazy shit that's happening. And as for TV shows, I say Sleepy Hollow. Not because I rant and rave about it, because I rant and rave about it, but Sleepy Hollow is really good. I really enjoyed that one. It was actually quite an interesting ride, because it's sort of campy, but it's not campy. Like, you believe, like, you kind of take it as it is, and it's very diverse, it's very interesting, and everything has basically a meaning to it. And it's nice, and I love it, and it's great acting, and pretty clothes, and pretty acting. And let's see. What else should I rec? I have a lot of stuff.
I think you've got it covered.
I don't know. I have a lot of stuff. I mean, I still haven't talked about Fantasia Doll, which is an anime. And it's a good anime. You should actually watch it. Because it takes, like, this girl who was a former champion of trading card game competition. Hey, you don't actually see this a lot. The main character is a girl who did card games. Yeah. And she is entrusted with this special device that contained these 6 powerful things called Fantasia dolls. And these dolls are sentient in their virtual beings. And so basically, her entire thing is she has to deal with just getting thrusted this stuff after she quit doing competitions. and then she has to fight all these other people that own these type of dolls, and you get to see her go through the things of trying to forge a new bond with these dolls who have been like basically abandoned by their previous owner. And then you have sort of this mystery going on as to why they're doing this at all, and who is behind all these kind of like this conspiracy. So yeah, if you're interested in sort of a short-ish kind of series, Fantasia Doll is really good. And if you're interested in anime that is based off a game, Legend of Himiko is actually perfect. It is perfect in the sense that it balances its comedy, its storytelling, and the agencies of the girls perfectly. And it's pretty damn smart, I'm not gonna lie. And it doesn't really take away from the narrative when the guy character is added to the whole adventure. Actually adds to it, and actually adds this nice adventure to it. And finally, for like shonen I-ish type deals, it's short, but I would say number 6. The manga or the anime. I watched the anime. Number 6, oh my goodness. It is amazing in how it looks, and then you have all this other stuff like perception, classism, and the perception of who is right, and governmental issues, and all this other stuff. It's a nice little thing there because it goes on about these two people. One's named Shion and the other one's name is Nazumi, or Rat. And basically, Shion ends up being Nazumi, who's been running around in the rain trying to escape the guards, and he ends up giving Nazumi shelter. But because of that, he gets demoted from his special class status to like a worker. And from there, the adventure takes place like 2 years after that. It takes off on what happens to these people and this mysterious thing that's going around, and where these strange bees appearing, and why are people dying. It's like all that into this one thing, and then you have Shion and Nazumi and their relationship and how that developed. Yeah. I think I should stop now because I have way too much stuff I've watched. Oh God, I'm sorry. Not
Anyone else? Anyone else?
Hey.
No.
We good?
We're good.
All right, people.
I'm done.
The podcast has ended and we pushed 3 hours again. Wow.
Oh, God.
Not 3 hours. It has to be at least 2.
Well, we're almost at 3. So next week will be, I guess, back to the regular format for a while until something else interesting. Wait, are we doing the Disney thing or what?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, we
So,
food bun.
Next week, the Disney.
Oh God, this is
the Disney Destiny. We'll actually have another guest, a special guest.
Oh,
We'll actually have a guest.
yeah.
Who's gonna pop on?
Bun.
Ben.
She is also as crazy about the Broadways as you are.
This is gonna be fun.
It's going to be hilarious because I'm going to be sitting back and watching you guys.
So it'll be everything Disney. We swear it. We will not go back into anime. We will not talk about magical girls. We'll try not to.
Well, technically what Disney does is magical girls. That's the definition of a magical girl. A girl that does magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have we'll try our best to get to different opinions for Disney. And I'm going to handle the Pixar set because I love Pixar. Yay.
Okay.
So.
Pixar actually, no, that's not Pixar. That's DreamWorks.
Mm-hmm.
DreamWorks is coming out with another movie. It's Peabody. IDK if I am going to be excited about this.
It looks pretty interesting, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks cute.
So, the Disney Destiny, I guess we'll call it that for now. No, the Disney Disaster.
Disney Disasters and...
Yeah, that's cooler.
Yeah.
So, the Disney Disaster will rip apart stuff. We will promote Death to Olaf. I saw Frozen finally.
Oh, glad I'm not the only one.
Come on.
Olaf sucks.
Okay, you're killing me here.
I'm sorry.
I liked the whole movie. I just didn't like Olaf.
See? I knew it. I predicted this. Look.
So, everyone, Disney, it'll be good next week, Monday. Look forward to it. You'll get to meet our new guest. Who knows? She may become a fan. She may become a co-host. She might. You never know what happens on this podcast. So until next time, peace out, peace, love. We gotta bounce. Whatever.